place where a Spuzzem like me can play Magic with all of you. So, as our title might suggest, we are once again returning to our roots in Standard and playing some Gates. This is one of my favorite decks. Ever since Gates came out in New Ravnica, I've been playing them. Was playing them back when they banned stupid Field of the Dead because I was in Golos Gates for a little while, and then in this deck, I pretty much swapped in the Fey Wishes, or I swapped out the Goloses for Jace Wielder of Mysteries. That's pretty much been my win con ever since. So it's a pretty simple deck. One of my favorite cards in Standard currently, Fey Wishes. Try to play it in as many decks as possible. For the early game, got some removal in Shock. Gates Ablaze coming down on turn 3, which is one of the fastest sweepers in the format. Shadow to the Sky is a big removal spell, replacing the Fairy's Time Wipe, which we were running before that. Circuitous Route to ramp us a little bit. Grazer also for ramp, and Growth Spiral for ramp. This is the deck that really wants to ramp. Big draw engine in Guild Summit, which just in the late game just takes over and draws you so many cards. Fairy Time Raveler, not only to bounce the opponent's stuff, slow down the opponent, take care of the control deck, but also maybe to pick up our Guild Summit and just draw a ton of cards. Arcway Angel, if we can get to it, it's going to gain us just a ton of life in the late game. And then Gate Colossus coming down, maybe beating down the opponent, usually just a one of, if we draw it, cool, if not. So what does Fey of Wishes get us? Well, that takes us to our sideboard, which in one of matches pretty awesome that you actually have access to 15 more cards because of Fey Wishes. We got an extra shock. Revoke existence for gods or other artifacts that are a problem. Underworld Breach in the late game. If all of our win cons are in the graveyard, we can go wish up one of these Underworld Breaches and win the game. Dovin's Veto if we really need it against control. I've actually never taken one of these off of Fey Wishes, but you never know. Sorcerer's Spyglass to deal with all the planeswalkers that are still running around because of War of the Spark and so on and so forth. Another copy of Guild Summit and Gates Ablaze. Narset against the draw decks. Another Shadow to the Sky, just as a good board wipe. Jace, a win con in our sideboard, helps us find it in case the opponent decides to exile them out of our deck somehow. Chandra, Awakened Inferno against the control deck. Ethereal Absolution against little token decks. Decks that are running off 1/1, stuff like that. You can just win the game. Master Manipulation, gaining control of planeswalkers, which for up until pretty recent Standard was our biggest threat. We're just planeswalkers. And then finally another Gateway Plaza, just as a land, giving us access to all our colors. Just kind of a catch-all. If we need just another gate, we can go fetch it up with our Fey Wishes. Anyway, that's what we're doing. That's what we're playing. Gonna have some fun with gates here. This deck I really like. This is actually one of my decks. Just became a homebrew for me. So let's play with not a terrible hand. Turn 1, probably playing out a Grazer to get down a Guild Gate. Could definitely do with a couple more lands, but I think we're going to keep it. Hopefully draw into some blue mana, or mana in general. One more land will get us to this District Guide. And the Grazer hopefully will stop the aggro deck if that's what we're up against. Really hoping we don't miss lands here. So it is an aggro deck, so definitely getting down the growth rate. Not as great against the Scorch Spitter, but not terrible either. We'll play a second blocker just in case the opponent plays a haste creature. We will pass the turn. No attacks. Next turn we can get some blue mana with our District Guide if we draw any lands. Hopefully the Robber of the Rich. Get in with both. We'll block and block. Only take the one Scorch Spitter. We draw a Fey of Wishes. Okay, pretty good draw. Play at a 2/2. We will search for a land. We'll go and get, what color do we need? Probably white blue. So we'll get our Azorius Guildgate, play it tapped, and no attacks, pass the turn. See what the opponent does. Opponent plays out a 1/1. Haste, okay. thinking of killing our... That's fine. Opponent gets in. We can block 3 of it, so we're going to go down to 15 here. Okay. Find a route. A couple different options here. We can try to draw a card. Just cast our route, set up for next turn. The problem is the opponent's probably going to be able to start getting cards with the Robber of the Rich, which is a pretty big pain. But I think we probably want a route here. Leave open the possibility that we draw a land next turn, and then we can Fae of Wishes, go get our board wipe, and cast it on the same turn. Just need to find untapped land on our turn. Any untapped land. Okay, opponent still is not going to crit the card off Robber, which is definitely good for us. So we'll block there, we'll block there. Opponent has an Ember Cleave. It's going to be able to kill our Graven and hit us for 3 there, so 4 damage. Really need to find an untapped land. It's a tap land. No, that's not as good. So we'll play out a tap land. Cast our Fae. So we'll search a card out of our sideboard. Definitely think we want to get our Gates Ablaze. We'll cast out our Growth Spiral. Draw a card and pass the turn. No attacks. Gates Ablaze is going to be pretty good next turn, assuming we're not just dead here, which is possible too. So we'll block the Robber. We are going to lose our Graven. That's fine. Down to 4. The opponent might just have us dead, though. We'll see. Opponent passes. So we find a land. I think the first step is we cast Gates Ablaze, wipe the board. Okay, all the creatures dead. We'll play out a tap land. Play out our Fae. It's granted. We'll go and get... I think we're gonna get Chandra here. Chandra's not terrible. We are at 4. So we're very close to just dying. Opponent knocks us down to 2. Plays a land. Plays a 4 land. Okay? Well, that doesn't beat us. We'll play at a Chandra.
I need some healing. And you look flammable
Take
enough.
down our Chandra by 4. 5, 4. Exile their Torbran.
Glad I could help with your not being on fire problem.
Play a tap land. And play out our Fae. It's just a little blocker for now. Opponent plays out a second Torbran, okay. Find a Gates Ablaze. Well, wish we didn't have to cast this like this, but we'll go to combat, get in for 1, opponent down to 19. We'll cast out our route, we'll find 2 lands, 1 and 2. Then we'll cast out our Gates Ablaze, board, take up our Chandra, and play our Fae Wishes, and pass the turn. Opponent's going to lose 1 down to 18. Opponent plays out another 4. We draw a tap land. Well, Torbrand down. Exile Torbrand. Chandra down.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
And we will pass. No attacks. Opponent takes 1 down to 17. Opponent draws a card. Giant. You find a Jace, which is a redraw.
You've all
Take up Jace.
You just don't know it yet. There's always an answer.
Draw a card. Okay, that's a board wipe. Wish I didn't have to lose my Fae here, but play a land. We can put our 8/8 back on top, which is pretty good. And then we board wipe. Destroy all the creatures. Opponent takes 1. Opponent says good game. Say good game back, and that's the game. Yep, this was not fast enough there. Couldn't stabilize. We're missing a few cards to really start getting ahead. One of the big ones we were missing was Guild. This hand is keepable, so we'll keep it. Play a tap land, pass the turn. Play some white mana and plays an oven, sure. So we found some white mana, so we'll play it. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a blood crypt and takes 2. Plays a full celebration. Okay. We'll play a tap land, play a growth spiral, draw a card, and put a land into play. So up to 4 mana now. Means you can play our Gate Colossus next turn, if we want to. Opponent casts some Midnight Feast. Gets him for 1? Yep. Okay. Only had 1 more mana. Could cast... Could do 2 things. I think we're actually just going to set up. We're going to cast Route. We're going to search. Get some red-white mana, some white-green mana. And we'll play out our Guildgate, pass the turn. Next turn we can set it up where we can Fae. Go grab our board wipe. And then board wipe in the same turn. And if we draw a gate, we can even play our Gate Colossus for free after that. Opponent playing out a whole bunch of stuff. Gonna hit us for 1. Then 4 more, but that's 14. Okay, we draw a Grazer, which we are not gonna cast yet. So we're gonna Fae. Choose a card from outside the game, put it in our hands. Hands. We'll get a Gates Ablaze. Be great to get out this Ethereal Absolution, but I think it's Gates Ablaze time. Needs to survive for now. Cast Gates Ablaze. Blow up the board. I'm probably gonna sack something here. Opponent considering their options. Sacks the cat. Card. Replay the cat probably. Replays the cat. Down to 8 here. We're gonna draw some cards for free. Not a commanding position, but not in the worst position either. Please, okay. Gets in for 3. We'll discard the second Fae, I think. And then we'll get to draw a card and use life. Pretty good draw. Tapland. So we'll play at our Angel. Gain back 14 life. Back up to 18. We'll play at our Colossus. One says nice. Play at our Colossus, and we'll play this untapped and play at our Grazer. Then pass back to the opponent. Opponent, thinking of sacking the Rankle, decides against it. Opponent draws a card. Opponent considering their options. Plays out a land. Castle Lockthwain. Pass out a Mayhem Devil. Celebrate. Sure. Passing. We'll start things off by going to combat. Swing in for 8. See what the opponent does. Opponent cannot block with their 1/2. Have to block with one of their more relevant creatures. Looks like they're thinking of giving up on Rankle. Just take the 8 down to 11. We'll play a Plaza, gain 3 life. Play our Teferi. Cast my Fae.
Stand by and watch.
Take down our Teferi, bounce our Fae.
I'll protect you.
Draw a Shatter the Sky. Do we want to cast that here? Got a lot of options. Yeah, actually, I think we'll cast Shatter the Sky here. Have to blow up the board. Get to draw a card off our Gate Colossus. Opponent can sack if they want. Kill our Teferi, that's fine. Opponent's gonna sack the Rankle. Probably take down our Teferi. Opponent makes a food. Rest of the board go. Lose 2 down to 16. Opponent's probably going to bring back their cat. It's fine. See what the opponent does. Opponent casts a Cruel Celebrant, Woe Strider. It's in for 1, taking us down to 14. We're gonna cast Granted. Go get our... Ooh, actually, we could get Chandra here. It's probably just Guild Summit. Cast our Gates Ablaze, blow up the board. Opponent gonna get to scry a little bit. Sure, we'll just cast a Growth Spiral now, so it stops asking. Draw a card. And a second Guild Summit. That's pretty good. Opponent puts it on the bottom. Sacking the Cruel Celebrant. Don't think I agree with that, but opponent knows their deck better than I do. Opponent sacks their Woe Strider. Cat down. Bring the cat back by sacrificing the food, which is what we do. We go down to 11. Opponent up to 18. Opponent escapes their Woe Strider. Come back as a 5/4, make a goat. Opponent plays a land, loses some life. Casts out a priest. Gets into 1. Down to 10. Play out our Guild Summit, tapping a blue 1 and 2. Play at a Guild Summit. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Find some more gates. Play a gate. Put our Colossus back on top. Draw a Colossus. Cast Colossus for 0. Play a Fae. Can't cast a Fae because I don't have any more blue mana. And pass turn. Opponent gonna do the Witch's Oven trick. And going back to the cat. Actually have us here. I guess we should have left up some blue mana. Really hoping for a board wipe that turn though. I guess I shouldn't have put Gate Colossus on top if I was hoping for a board wipe. Opponent plays the Woe Strider. Gonna sack the 2 goats. Those 2, we're down to 7. Opponent has us. Okay, sounds good. We'll throw up the good game. Yeah, I should have left up some blue mana. Precisely this reason. No green mana, eh? We'll still just give it a try. Sure, we'll keep it. Really need to find some green mana here. Opponent's still got green mana. That's blue mana. Play tap land, pass the turn. Opponent plays land with some life, plays a Paradise Druid. We'll play out a tap land, pass the turn. Opponent plays out a Gallia of the Endless Dance. Let the opponent go to attackers. Just kill the Gallia. Gallia down. Opponent casts out a one-struck beast. We'll play a land, gain some life. Pass the turn. Opponent plays land. Opponent plays out a Phoenix, gets him for 3. Knocking us back down to 20. We find a tap. Play a tap land, play out our Grazer, play our Plaza, gain 3, back up to 23, and pass the turn. Plays out the Questing Beast. Gets in with the team. It's just with Questing Beast and their Phoenix. So we will block up to 19. I'll play a land. Play a Growth Spiral. Put a land into play. And Shadow the Sky. Opponent gets to draw a card. Whites. They can pass their Phoenix from exile, maybe? 5 cards in the grave. Yep, they can get their Phoenix back if they want to. Question is, do they want to? They do. They cast their Phoenix, gonna get him for 3 here. Down 16. We will wish with our fave wishes. Grab our... probably our Guild Summit. Grab the Guild Summit. I actually want to cast the Summit. Auto-paying. I'm going to play my tap land, get to draw a card, and pass turn. Opponent plays a Temple. That Question Beast. Back to 9. You draw an Angel. Play a tap land. Draw a card. Play an Angel. Gain a ton. Play a Fae. Pass the turn. Opponent considering their options. Opponent, no sleeves, eh? It's unfortunate. Opponent plays out a Phoenix. Question is, what does the opponent do? The opponent's going all out. We'll block here, we'll block here. Eat their one Phoenix. Take 4 from their questing beast. And just absorb the damage from their other Phoenix. Opponent has a trick, fair enough. Opponent does have a trick. So getting in for a pretty relevant amount of damage here, but not dead yet. We'll play at our guild gate, draw a card, cast a route, get 2 tap lands, draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Cast another route, draw 2 more cards. And we'll need to find board wipe. Okay, so there's a board wipe for next turn, along with a little bit of ramp. So we just basically need to survive the turn, and we should be okay. Down to 14, so we're not super low on life. We're not doing great either. Opponent gets in with the crew. We will block her 3/3. See what the opponent does. Opponent want to kill our Fae. Opponent does want to kill our Fae. Okay, so we'll stay at 8 for now. Fae down. We draw a tap land. We'll play at our district guide. Go and find a gate. We will take the action. Go and find a gate. Play a tap land, draw a card. Draw an angel. You can cast angel. We'll play our growth spiral, draw a card. That was what we were looking for. Play a guild gate, draw a card. Draw a card with Guild Summit. Ooh, another Guild Summit, eh? So we'll play her to Fairy. Opponent considering their options. Those are...
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Pick up the Fairy.
Oh, I've
and
done
pass
the
the
hero
turn.
thing before.
Opponent considering their options. Opponent does have us dead on board. How greedy do they get? At the start of attackers, we're just going to Gates Ablaze here. Take care of the board. No reason to wait. It has 5 cards in yards, so if they want, they can take back a Phoenix. Opponent plays Phoenix. Got some cards to do that. Sure, gets their 3/3 back. Plays the champion. Passes. Draw another Gates Ablaze. Well, that's pretty good. Start things off, we'll play out our Jace. Pick up Jace. Mill ourselves for 2. Draw a card. We draw a Shock, which is pretty good. Play a tap land. Tick up to Fairy.
Here we go.
Play out a Guild Summit. Pay 1, 2, 3. We'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Refill our hand. I think I just pass. Yeah, pass the turn. Feels like this one's not far from over now. Opponent considering their options. Can't take back their Phoenix currently. Pass the turn. Opponent swings. No blocks. You can pump if you want, opponent. Opponent considering, decides to pump. We will Gates wipe the board. All you had to do was not get greedy, opponent. You would have gotten in for 4. Opponent casts a Druid, which is fine. Go to our turn, draw a card. Fae of Wishes. That's a good one. Cast our Fae of Wishes. Go and grab. Actually want Absolution here. Yeah, we'll grab Absolution. Grab Absolution. Oh, I don't have black mana. Opponent doesn't know it. Great, but we will keep it, I guess. Really do with some different colors of mana. Don't think I need 2 Teferis I can't cast. Play a tap land, pass the turn. We need to find some white mana, some red mana here. Looks like we're up against a similar or the same deck again. Okay, we found our white mana. So we'll play it tapped. Opponent plays out a Paradise Druid. I think we actually want to get some red mana here. So play this, untap, play out our District Guide. Go and find some red mana. I'm going to take red, white. White seems to be the next least common color. With that, I think I have access to all of the cards in my deck. I can cast everything. So that's pretty good. Opponent plays the altar. Okay. Probably going to spend my turn bouncing that. I think opponent plays something better. Opponent going to make a 1/1, sure. We'll play a tap land. Play our Teferi. Down Teferi. Bounce the altar. Draw a card.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Slow the opponent down a little. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent the Gomer's Ambush and kills our 2/2. Probably going to try to kill Teferi here. It's fine. I'm not going to tap their Paradise Druid, at least not yet. That's different. Going to take 2, replay the altar. That's good. That means I get to kill Paradise Druid. We're going to make another 1/1. Play a tap land. Kill the Druid. Play a Growth Spiral, draw a card. Play a tap land, pass the turn. Up to 6 mana, need to find 1 more mana. Opponent getting it for 2. 16. Untap mana would be best next turn. Fetch our board weight and play it. That is not untapped, unfortunately. We'll play our Fae. Go get a Gates Ablaze. Play a tap land. Honestly, I think I'm gonna play Growth Spiral here. Draw a card. Find a route, which is not the best, but not terrible either. Next turn we can route. 2 down to 14. Opponent getting it for 7, gonna take us to 7. Ooh, down to 2. Oh no, just dead on. Yep, just dead. Which is kind of Gates' worst matchup. Still, not terrible. Need to find another land or two, but this hand's not bad. Against the more mono red decks, this hand's actually pretty fine just because the shocks are so powerful. Against the more control-y decks, the Teferis are not terrible either. Play another tap land, pass the turn. And play some blue mana. Passes back to us. Growth Spiral. So we're up against Sultai Ramp. Go to our turn. Definitely just gonna jam Teferi here. Back up to 23. Jam Teferi, take him up.
Trust me.
Hopefully opponent doesn't have removal for him.
Let's try this.
Gain some life, put a land into play, draw a card. Play a tap land, okay? We'll play a tap land, take up our Teferi, and pass the turn.
I've got it.
Opponent plays a tap land, gets to scry, okay? Opponent plays out another Uro. Draw a card. Play a land if they have one. Gain some life. They do have one, sure. Uro goes away. Pass the turn. Draw a card. Find an untapped land. Don't think I need that yet. So play a tap land. Take up our Teferi and pass the turn.
Nothing.
You can cast a route if the opponent doesn't do anything. Opponent plays a Thought Erasure. We'll just cast our route now then. Get ourselves 2 lands. 1, 2. Opponent probably going to take Teferi would be my guess, unless they really don't like shock. The opponent does take the Teferi like I thought they would. Plays out another 3 Uros in the yard now. Uro not great against Teferi. We just keep finding lands. I think it's actually, I'm going to tick Teferi down just to draw a card. I'm not going to bounce anything. Do want to
Might
just
be a
draw a
bad
card.
idea.
That was a pretty good draw. Play a tap land and pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Nissa. Okay, sure. Nissa's fine.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Takes up Nissa.
The land shall conquer you.
Swings 3 at Teferi. Do I even care about this? No, that's fine. Teferi down to 1.
Don't make another move.
Game. I want to cast a sorcery. Are you serious, game? Apparently, I can't do that. So that's a lesson learned, I guess. That's not cool. Apparently that doesn't count as a sorcery. The more you know, I guess. There's a few different options. I think I probably want to go with Guild Summon. Play down a land. Play out a Guild Summit. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw 2. Okay, guess I'm drawing 1 card. I don't know. No, we'll just take it as is. Take apart Teferi, pass the turn. Really needed
That's
this
more
to
like it.
work the way I thought it was gonna work. Well, the more you know, eh? Opponent's gonna lose some life. Probably take up their Nissa. Yep. Animate a second
Behold
land.
nature's true power.
Going to attackers. Swinging 6 at Teferi. So we're just gonna double shock their Overgrown Tomb. Overgrown Tomb down. Tap for 2 mana. Still dead. Opponent kills our Teferi, which is less than ideal. Again, thought I was going to be able to cast my Fae at instant speed. I don't know why that didn't work. Weird. Very weird. We find a route, so we'll cast that. Find 2 lands. Draw 2 cards. Opponent thinking deeply about our choices. 1 or 2. Draw a couple cards. Draw a Grazer and a Fae of Wishes. So we'll cast our Fae of Wishes. Look in our sideboard. Get a Mass Manipulation. Cast our Grazer. Put a Breeding Pool into play. And pass the turn. Opponent gonna give up on their fabled passage. Island. I'm gonna draw a card, play a land, and pass the turn. Opponent trying to decide what they want to do with their Nissa.
The land fights for
Make a
us.
swamp a 3/3. Gets in with the team. Can play a land if they want. They decide to. I think we'll take our 9 here. Go down to 14. Okay. So. We'll cast out our mass manipulation. X is going to be 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We will auto pay. Take control of the opponent's team. Opponent taps their swamp for mana. We'll tap our breeding pool for 2 mana. Cast our Fae. Take up our Nissa. Untap our Gruul Gilgate, because why not?
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Go to combat. Swing him for 3. Opponent down to 30. Pass the turn. Opponent plays out Nissa.
I will aid you.
Take it up.
Harness the elements.
Animates a 3/3. Taps it for some mana. Probably a big crisis now would be my guess. Opponent plays a big crisis. Draws 2 cards, gains 2 life, plays a 6/6. Two, 1. We'll play at a Guildgate, draw a card. Drew a Shatter the Sky, eh? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to go to combat. No. Go to attackers. Swing this at Nissa. Swing this at Nissa. Swing this at Nissa. Gain some life. Draw a card. Find an angel. Go to blockers. Opponent's gonna trade Uro for their Crisis and gonna feed their Paradise Druid to my land.
Let us talk
Uro
of
and
peace.
Crisis down. I think I actually want to bounce my Fae. Discarding 1, 2 cards. Take Fae back to my hand. Cast out Grant. Let it resolve. We can go and get... I actually like Absolution. We're gonna get Absolution. Cast out Absolution. The opponent's stuff smaller, our stuff bigger. Then take up our Nissa. Untap this breeding pool.
Rise, my elemental friend.
And then cast out a Fey of Wishes. And pass turn. So I found one way to do it. One way to cast my Absolution. I can start exiling cards in the opponent's yard if I want. Opponent gonna animate a breeding pool. Sure. Cast the Thought Eraser. Gonna take our Shatter the Sky. That's fine. Next turn we can swing with some big creatures. Opponent tapping a lot of mana. Another big Crisis incoming, looks like. Is this a 14 power Crisis? Okay, it's pretty good. Play down a 13 power Crisis, and just draw 6 cards, 6 light, 5. You find a Fey of Wishes. So we'll cast Fey. Resolve. Go and get our... Actually, I think Teferi. No, Underworld Breach is just better, isn't it? We'll get our Underworld Breach. Cast Underworld Breach. Let it resolve. Access to a ton of cards. Including... Oh, do we want a manipulation here? We can. I don't think I want to. We're going to cast out a Teferi. Exile 1, 2, 3. Submit.
It's only a matter of time.
Player Teferi.
You show remorse. I'll
Bounce
show restraint.
their Crisis. Sure.
I've got time.
Cast a Route. No, it's fine. Cast a Shock. Kill one of their lands. 1, 2, and 3. Kill a land. Sure. Take up our Nissa. Animate a land. Sounds good.
The land shall conquer you.
Go to combat. Go to attackers. Kill Nissa. Get in at the opponent for 4, 8, 12, 16. Hit the opponent for 16. Activate our Absolution. Exile the Uro from the yard. Uro gone. 2/2. And our Underworld Breach exiles. Opponent plays an Aether Gust. Gonna deal with Nissa. Sure. I think it's done its work. We are pretty far from actually milling ourselves out, but Feels like we're on the path to just winning this game, so not too bad. Opponent considering our board. Kills our breeding pool, sure. Access to 7 mana. Crisis. 2 cards, gain 2 life. We'll take up our Teferi.
Trust me, I have a
Go
plan.
to combat. Go to attackers. Swinging for 4, 8, 12, 14, 16 mana. See what the opponent does. Opponent can eat our 2/2 and chump block our 4/4. Opponent down to 13. We'll activate our Absolution. We'll eat a Nissa out of their yard. Make another 2/2. Cast out our Fae. Cast out another Fae. And that's our turn. Opponent casts a Crisis. Draw a card, gain a life. Crisis is a 1/1 though. Opponent casts out a Massacre Girl. That's pretty good. Do I want to take a Fae back to my hand? I don't think I even need to. Okay. Massacre Girl, not super effective. Don't think that went the way the opponent wanted it to, but you never know. We're going to swing for 1 at Teferi. We'll go to blockers. Block with a -1/2. Each other. Opponent casts a Thought Erasure. That's fine. Can take either of the cards in our hand. Go with the Teferi. Okay. And passes the game back to us. Not a terrible hand. Gates Ablaze, Grazer. Definitely. Looks like the opponent's going first here. Another Witch's Oven deck, eh? Okay. Play a tap land, pass the turn. Play a land into a land next turn. Have access to all our colors too. Get down our Guild Gate, pass the turn. Opponent plays out a Trail of Crumbs and gets food. We'll play a land, gain some life. Cast out the Adventure Mode on our Fae. go and fetch up our guild summit. Pass the turn, no attacks. Opponent plays the black land. Is it cat time? Midnight. Okay, fair enough. Opponent with the Reaper. Cast our guild summit. Tapping our gate to do so. We'll auto pay the rest of it. So we're gonna tap our last land. Draw a card. So we'll draw a card. We find an angel. Not really what we're looking for, but it's fine. But I'd love that to be another land here. Opponent plays a grass for that. Let's be able to kill
Your
our summit.
demise will be quick.
Ooh, that's rough.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
Opponent gets in for 3. I think with the way things turned out, I think that actually it's I think we're just gonna take the damage here for now. Down to 20. We draw a tap land. Would have loved that last turn. Definitely gotta just kill Vraska here. She's kind of a pain if you let her sit out. Vraska down. Play out a tap land and oh, we can cast out our Fae too. Cast out our Fae and pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent plays a land, gains a life. Plays that on. That's not good. To be able to eat our Fae wishes. Okay. Opponent getting in for 3. We'll take 3. Down to 17. Ooh, that was another pretty good draw. Get 2 lands. It doesn't make him cheap enough, does it? We're gonna play route and set up for next turn. So we'll play route. Find 1, 2 lands. And just pass for now. No attacks. Just pass. Next turn we can block the Reaper or the Wolf. We actually might want to block Wolf here. Yeah, we'll block Wolf.
Violence of primal. We are the apex predators.
Play a tap land. Play out an 8/8. Play an angel. Gain a little bit of life. Back up to 28. Opponent probably gonna sack a wolf here. Yep, gonna sack a wolf. Put a counter on Garrick. We'll take the 2. Down to 26. Fights our flyer. Gonna sack the food to do it. Gonna pay 1 for their trail of crumbs, I guess. Fights our flyer. Okay. Do they get rid of Garrick? We'll make two
Stay
more
on the
2/2s.
trail.
Okay, fair enough. Find a tap land. That Vraska came at the perfect time for the opponent. That's all I'll say. We will cast Granted with our Fae. What do we even want? Might just be Teferi time. Get a Teferi. Play a Teferi.
Right on schedule.
Down to Fairy. Bounce a wolf. Draw a card. Opponent want to sacrifice the wolf.
Don't worry, I got this.
Can't be blocked. Creatures with power 2 or less. Yeah, we'll attack good old Garrick over there. Make the opponent give up on their Reaper. The opponent sacrifice it with the oven. Let's find out. Opponent just gonna let Reaper go. Hard, lose a life. Gonna sack a wolf now. Opponent's Garrick's at 7.
Join the
Make their
stampede,
creatures
my
gigantic.
companions.
Get him for 17 here. They're gonna take down our Teferi, of course. And attack us. Okay. Fair enough, opponent. Very conservative opponent over there.
I only pick targets
Fair
that
enough.
interest me. Lucky you. A life for a life.
Sack a land here, draw a card. A lot of trouble. That hurts. What can we draw? Cast the Growth Spiral. Draw a card. Find a Shatter the Sky. We'll shatter here. We get to draw a card. Opponent can save their wolf if they want. It finds a land. Draw a Jace. Play out a Grazer. Cast our Fae. No lands put into play. Cast the Fae. Cast. He gives him trample too. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to overcome. Wicked Wolf, still a good card. Opponent plays out Wicked Wolf, sure. Gonna eat our Fae. Get him for 8, take us down to 13, no blocks. make some wolves.
We were born for the hunt.
Don't dwell on what was about to happen.
We'll sack a land, draw a card, gain some life. Midnight Reaper. And find a Teferi. Play Teferi.
I am not going to
Just
sit
enough
this one
board
out.
wipe. Take up our Jace.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Don't have enough to cast anything, so we're just gonna pass. No attacks. Pass the turn. See what the opponent has. Vraska getting up near ultimate range here. There are still many cards we can buy ourselves. Gonna kill our Teferi, eh? Okay. Teferi down.
Flatter yourself.
Opponent going into attackers, so we're just gonna attempt the board wipe here. Opponent can save their wolves if they want, but that means they're gonna be tapped down. Takes a card. That's a wolf. Food. Sack it to their wicked wolf. Who knows they had so much food? No attacks from the opponent this turn, at least. Garrick up to 5 loyalty again, though. That's not good.
We are the apex predators.
Goose. Midnight Reaper. Land. Okay. Find a district guide. I think we're a mana short. Player guide. Get a land. We will take the action. The opponent blowing up our guild summit way back when definitely hurts. No Colossus to the top. We are going to play an Arc Weapon, which will gain some life. Hopefully enough to survive. Up to 31, so that's 16, 19, 25, 30. They only have 35 on the table right now. They can figure it out. They can kill us next turn. Looks like they might not have figured it out. We shall see. Okay, wolf. Garrick bigger. And that'll do it.
Nature is mighty.
That's a good
I'm
game,
hungry.
opponent.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
That one card coming down early. Not a terrible hand, so we will keep it. Do with some ramp, but not terrible. Untap land would be great. Untap blue source next turn. Legion. Play a tap land, pass the turn. Fen Lurker. We'll exile a route. Pass it. And the opponent's going to get him for 1. It's down to 19. Okay. We do find a land, which is good. So we'll play a Growth Spiral. Play a tap land. Play a second tap land. And pass the turn. Opponent gonna get in for 5 here. Nope, not gonna pump. Okay, fair enough, opponent. Opponent just passing. If that's the case, we'll take 2. We'll play out our Guild Summit. We will draw 2 cards here. Definitely a greedy line, but okay. Razor not terrible. Opponent getting him to 2, down to 13. Still not pumping their knight for some reason. Feels like you'd want to pump your knight, but I don't know. Play a tap land, draw a card. Drew a Teferi. I'm going to play a route here. Get tap land 1, tap land 2, draw 2 cards. And 2. Play a Grazer. Play a tapped Breeding Pool. Opponent gonna draw a card. Down to 15. Play a tap land. And pass turn. Definitely gonna block here. Opponent plays down a Nightmare Shepherd. Definitely gonna block their 1, 2. 12. How much mana do I have? Lay out my Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Cast this 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't do both. So I think we're just gonna tick down, bounce their Nightmare Shepherd.
That's more like it.
Play a tap land, draw a card. Play a Grazer. Play a tap land. Draw a card. Play a Growth Spiral. Put Plasma into play. Game 3, up to 15. And we will cast a Fae of Wishes. Grabbing Guild Summit, what we want here? It might just be Guild Summit. Yeah, we'll take another Guild Summit. Keep the card draw going. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent casts a Cauldron Familiar. Sure. Gonna lose 1. Go down to 14. Play a Yarok Fen Lurker. We'll exile a Forest. Looks like the opponent's just gonna pass here. Oh, maybe they're gonna get in. Opponent decides against it. We'll play out an island. Play out a Guild Summit. Auto pay because we're not. Tap 1, 2, 3. Leave up 7 mana. Draw 3 cards. Oh, we drew some good cards. Can I cast this right now? I cannot. Can tick up though.
I've got time.
And pass the turn. No attacks. That's the turn. Got our fox. Opponent's passing 2 attackers, so we're just gonna board wipe here. Just kill all the creatures. No reason to let the opponent kill our Teferi, if we can help it. And opponent scoops it up. It's a pretty good hand. Sure, keep this. Need to find our red mana before too long, but pretty good hand against the on a red deck. Especially if you're just gonna run out Street Dodgers. Play a land, play a growth spiral, draw a card. Then we can put our Gilgate into play. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Spitfire. Gets into 2. We'll gain 3. And just board wipe here. 3 for 1 the opponent. Seems pretty good. The opponent have a follow-up. They have a Torbrand. We'll play out our Teferi.
I know my responsibility.
Bounce the Torbrand back to their hand.
Let's try this.
Draw a card. Draw a growth spiral we can't cast. Play out our Grazer with nothing to play behind it. Really need to find some red mana here. Only gonna kill our Teferi. Light up the stage. Runs to 3 drops. We did manage to find our red mana, which is good. So we will play out a Stomping Grounds. Play a Guild Summit, tapping 1, 2, and 3. We'll tap 2 lands, draw 2 cards. Another Guild Summit and a Plaza of Harmony. Cannot find more gates though, it's worrying. What does the opponent do here? Opponent's gonna play Spitfire. Okay. Torch Warrior. Passes. We'll play out a Plaza of Harmony. Game 3. Back up to 19. Tap 1, 2, and 3. Play at our Guild Summit. Opponent thinking hard about our Guild Summit. Lets it resolve. We'll tap 2 gates. Draw 2 cards. Managed to find a Guild Gate for next turn, so that's good. Just continue drawing gates and we'll be fine. We will block the Spitfire. We'll play out a Gruul Guild Gate, draw 2 cards, 1 more gate, and we can Gates Ablaze to deal with the board. We draw our Summit and a Shock. I think we're gonna try for a Guild Gate 1 more time. So we draw a card. Opponent thinking deeply. We did finish find a gate, so we'll play our gate. Draw 2 more cards. And we will Gates Ablaze to wipe the board. Opponent, no creatures left. Just because we're going to discard and shock the opponent. 15. And we still have to discard a card, so we'll get rid of the breeding pool. Opponent plays a torch carrier. Chandra's sure. Opponent gets into 1. We find another gate, so we'll play a gate. Draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. We'll play our Archway Angel. Gain a whole bunch of life. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. Opponent deep in the tank. Make our fox black. Pet our fox, because the fox is a good fox. Feed our fox. Fox is great. Opponent plays a blue mana. We'll play this Guildgate and pass the turn. Opponent thinking. Opponent plays some white mana, passes the turn. We'll play yet another tap land and pass the turn back to the opponent. Opponent casts an Omen of the Sea, sure. Puts 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and draws the card. Opponent plays a land and passes the turn. Yes, no, no. Fairy time, okay. Got it, opponent.
Let's slow this down. Here we go.
We will play a Plaza Fund, gain 3. Cast our district guide. Go digging. We will get a red, blue, green. Don't have access to white. We have white in hand. I'll get a Guildgate anyway. Get an Azorius Guildgate. Pass the turn. See what the opponent does. Opponent plays a Fabled Passage. Presumably gonna go fetch up some black mana. I think this is a blue-white-black deck. Might be straight white-blue though, you never know. I was thinking of getting the altar art for Fabled Passage. I wish it would go on sale in the daily deals or whatever. That's one that I definitely want to pick up. That and all the shocks. Gates too. I don't know. Let's see. Opponent gonna crack a Fabled Passage. Get some more white mana. Is it bounce disregard time?
I've done the hero things for.
Sure. Opponent plays Birth Hiatus. Gets themselves a Plains. Ooh, that was a good draw. This is the perfect turn for them, I think. Play an untap land. Cast a Shock. Kill the Teferi. Cast a Guild Summit. And pass the turn. That was a good draw. At exactly the right time. Opponent still might have an answer for it, but now definitely seems like the time to get the Guild Summit online. We'll be able to draw quite a few cards off that if it sticks around. But you never know. Might just be a critical. Opponent has an Elspeth Conqueror's Death for our Guild Summit, unfortunately. actually want to cast Fae of Wishes here. I think it's time to get Chandra. Chandra's pretty good against the control deck. Wish I had an untapped land to cast her next turn. Well, I guess I can't. It's a Gideon.
Together we can banish evil from this place. I will lend you my strength.
Opponent gonna opt. Cost 6. 1 mana short. Cast our district guide. Go get a land out of our deck. Gonna be able to Chandra next turn. Just dies to Gideon though. Get a Gruul Guildgate, because why not? We'll cast a Fae Wishes. Hit Gideon a little bit, keep him off being able to exile, which will be good. Which I think between this and Chandra next turn, I'm gonna actually be able to kill him. Oh.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Opponent want to bounce my shot. Okay, with it. Opponent gonna take up.
Prepare for battle!
Make their defender indestructible.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Omen of the Sea back to their hand. Cast Vanishing Light on my 1/4. Okay, it's pretty good. Opponent's gonna get in for 4. No blocks. Down to 17. I'll play a tap land. Lay out my Chandra. Opponent just with all the good cards at exactly the right time. Okay, play out Chandra. I think we're gonna tick up Chandra this turn. Get an emblem on the
Get out of my
opponent.
way. I'm turning up here.
And then, if the opponent doesn't exile Chandra with their Gideon, we can bounce our Chandra.
Oh, looks like someone's getting a
No
little
attacks.
sweaty.
Sure, that's fine.
This might be a bad idea.
Look at Omen of the Sea. Brazen Borrower
I believe in you.
makes their wall indestructible. No blocks. Down to 13. We draw a Plaza of Harmony. We'll play Plaza. Game 3. Back up to 16. Cast out our Chandra. Tick
I
up
know who I
Chandra.
am, and no one is telling me what to do.
It gets another
No
emblem.
pressure.
No attacks. That's the turn. Opponent's gonna sack an Omen. Get the Scry. And just exile Chandra, unfortunately. His opponent's taking 2 Opponent Chandra, sure.
Justice is served.
I'll protect you.
Take up their Teferi. Getting him for 7, we'll drop to 9. Cast out our Jace. See if it gets countered.
We can figure a way out of this.
Take up Jace. Targeting ourselves. Mill 2 and draw a card. Opponent gonna sack their Omen, do a little bit of scrying. Two on the top. It's not good. Mill 2 cards.
This will come in handy.
Draw a card. Find an Archway Angel. We will play a tap land. Play a route. See if the opponent lets it go. Opponent does. Get 2 gates, put them into play. Access to a ton of mana now. No attacks. Pass the turn. Down to 37 cards in the deck. Opponent down to 17. Really dependent on this Archway Angel to keep us alive.
Don't worry, I got
We're gonna bounce our district guide. Get in for 7 at
Share
the
in my light.
Jace, maybe? Ooh. Opponent playing the cards. Opponent coming at us for 7. Coming at us for 7. Okay. Has the Banishing Light on our Jace, presumably. Making a 2/2. That was a pretty good draw. We'll cast our Teferi. This is a good game.
I know my
I
responsibility.
feel like that might be a little bit premature. We'll tell the opponent good game back. It's kind of weird. Take off. We have access to
nothing.
8 mana. And I think we just... Oh, no. We don't want to pass because that would be a bad idea. We actually need to play Archway Angel here. I think I already played a Lion's Turn. Shard of the Sky. Oh, I do have enough. Yeah, we'll Shadow the Sky. Cast our District Guide and get 1 more turn to play at our Angel. Opponent takes 2 down to 18. We need 1 more turn. And we might be okay, but
I've got it.
very weak might. Plays the second fairy.
Sorry, I'm
That's
late.
gonna do it.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Throw up the good game and concede. Still think it was too early for the opponent to throw up the good game before, but if it works, right? That's gonna do it for me today, I think, guys. Thanks for joining me on this little escapade with Gates. Not a super competitive deck, but I still had a lot of fun. You can catch me on YouTube at Spuzzem Space TCG if you're watching me on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube right now, I typically stream 5 p.m. each day. You can check me out on Twitch at Spuzzem TCG, no space, my Twitch handle. Don't know why I did it that way, it just seemed like a thing. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and you guys have a good night.